Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about Thursday Night Football in the NFL. We have 4 picks for you to consider in the video, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of the picks. And if you guys want more picks from me, plus a bunch of cappers, join up in the Dynamo private Discord. You can see some of these big hits from private Discord members. Monday Night Football, a big 5-pick slip using some of our picks here. Another member of the Discord hitting a 6-pick slip just a day before that. Some more big NFL slips here from the weekend from private Discord members cashing out with our picks. We got NBA picks every day and been crushing the NFL, college football. We'll look inside what you're going to get in the private Discord channels. This is my channel posting just my top picks. 3 NBA picks this day. All 3 of them hit. The next day, 3 for 3 in college football and the NBA. We post our records and wins in here. Another day hitting my early NFL picks and NHL. Went 3 days in a row hitting all my NHL picks. Another capper here posting just his 4 favorite NBA picks and tracking the hits here. All 4 of them hit. Yet another capper we have over here posting his favorite picks in all sports, and you can see hit all 5 of his picks. And then the very next day hitting 4 of his 5 picks. And then as we scroll down in his channel, seeing more picks posted and the hits, hit all his NBA picks for the second day in a row. Hasn't missed an NBA pick in 3 days, currently on that streak. So definitely get over here, check it out with the link down below. It'll be the pinned comment to join up. It's less than $1 per day, less than winning just a $5 3-pick slip on Prize Picks. So if we can help you do that just once or twice a month, definitely going to be worth it. You guys saw some of the big wins that private Discord members are having. A look inside our channels, what we're posting, and our hits over there. So join up. We'll see you guys over in the Dynamo private Discord. Now let's get into this one. First pick I'm liking is going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown over on his receiving yards at 70.5. So for this one, liking Amon-Ra in close games, he's going to be targeted more and have a bigger impact in the game. This one's supposed to be close and high scoring. Should be the perfect formula for a lot of receivers in this game. So that's what I'm going to be targeting on both sides, receivers and quarterbacks. Like some of their lines early in this one. So going to Amon-Ra over on his receiving yards. We can take a look at this one over on Outlier. So on this line this season, he's only hit it in 5 to 12 games. You know, if he hit it in just one more game, it would be a 50% hit rate. So it's not like this one has been a crazy number for him to hit, but hasn't had a great season so far. Good to see that huge game, 2 games ago, and then 73 in the last one in a close one. You can also see Green Bay receiving yard defense, 20th in the NFL, giving up 235 per game. But we can also look back at last year on Outlier and see in 2023, he hit this in 16 of 19 games. So this year hasn't had to do as much, but I think in this one that's close and high scoring, he's going to bounce back. This was an 84% hit rate last season. And then we can look at this season, and we can see what the impact of these blowouts have been. So you can just look at games where Detroit has won by 10 or more. And in those games, in 6 of those games, he's only hit that in 1. If you take out those 6 games where they blew out teams by 10 or more points, this is going to be a much higher hit rate for Amon-Ra in these close games and close matchups, and that's what this is supposed to be. It's just a 3.5 point spread. So I'm liking going to him for the first pick. For the second, I'm going to go to Goff on his pass touchdowns at 1.5. This one has a 51.5 point total. Detroit's going to have to score some touchdowns to, come close to this total. They have really an implied total here of close to 30 points based on the projected total and the spread in this one. So Goff's going to have to be throwing some touchdowns. Green Bay also has a pretty good running defense, so it should be a recipe for Detroit to be throwing more, especially if this is more of a back and forth and close game. I think Goff can hit this on the passing touchdowns at 1.5. Looking at Goff this year, he's hit this in 8 of 12 games, and he's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games if you don't count the first 2 of the season. So he's been having some massive games this year and really on a hot streak with this one. Surprised this line is up, and these picks are posted early in the Dynamo private Discord if some of these lines have moved or changed. So I'm liking this one for Goff. I think a really good spot here and a pretty low line that we may not see on the board for much longer. So I definitely think we can go to this one and pair this with Amon-Ra if he's having a big receiving yard game. It's pretty likely that he could get in the end zone as well. So I like this one, pairing these 2 guys. And then we're going to go to Green Bay. For Green Bay, I'm going to Christian Watson here over on his receiving yards. He's a big play threat I think he could break off a big play or two and hit this one pretty easily, especially with no Romeo Doubs in this game. It's going to open up more plays, more snaps, more targets for Christian Watson, and he's their best deep threat player, so he's going to be on the field a ton, making a ton of plays, hopefully. He's been good this season, especially when he's playing a lot, and should be able to smash this one against Detroit, who gives up a ton of passing yards per game. So I'm liking this one for Christian Watson. Should be maybe their most targeted receiver in this without Doubs. So I'm liking going to him here at 49.5. And if you guys are not on Parlay Play, definitely check it out. It's just like Prize Picks and Underdog. So if you're on there, you got to be over here. They have constant payout boost all the time. Right now, their payout boost for the NFL is Jayden Reed. You could take his slash line here and get a boost here at just 39.5. This one's normally at 61.5. And then they have a ton of promos today. Like every day they have promos. You could see all these NHL, NBA promos as well today. And when you sign up, they're going to give you just $5 to play. You don't have to deposit. What I did is I took one of those slash lines and another pick to get a 3x. And they also had a free square last week. And I took that plus another slash line for a 3x here. So check them out. Constant promos, just like Prize Picks and Underdog. But you're going to get free money. Plus I didn't even mention the 100% deposit match they have over there too. So check them out. They'll be linked down below as well. Going back to Christian Watson here, though, on this one at 49.5. For him on the season, just a 4 of 11 hit rate, but one game he left really early with an injury, so we can really say this is a 5 of 11 hit rate. And then we can also look at last game where he played without Romeo Doubs. He had 67 receiving yards, and you can also see Detroit defense 25th in the NFL, giving up 243 receiving yards per game. And against receivers, they rank dead last, giving up the most receiving yards per game to wide receivers. So really going to be a great spot here for Watson with no Doubs, playing a defense that gives up the most receiving yards in the NFL to receivers. So really liking this spot for him. And we can also look at the snap count for Watson. So you saw earlier in the season, wasn't seeing that many snaps, 63% or less in the first 3 weeks. And week 4, that game, he played just 12% after getting hurt. And then again, wasn't getting a ton of snaps until last week. 94% of snaps in that game without Romeo Doubs, the most on the team. So really liking going to Watson here. 94% of snaps. Should get a bunch of targets downfield. If he catches just 2 or 3 of those big targets, should be able to hit this one pretty easily. Really liking this matchup and spot for Watson. Then we're going to go to his quarterback, Jordan Love here, 252.5. I think he's going to be in a good spot as well and should be a good pairing with Christian Watson for this one. So looking at Love on this line, you could see Detroit 25th in passing yards allowed, allow a ton of passing yards, and Love on the season has hit this in 6 of 10 games, but he hasn't even been passing that much. You could see his passing attempts. Last 3 games, 28 or less passing attempts in all 3 of those games. And actually on the season, he's only passed for over 28 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times all year. And looking back on Prize Picks, his projected pass attempts is at 33 here. So they expect him to throw a ton more and already has been hitting this passing yards at a 60% hit rate without passing that much in most of his games. So I'm really liking this one for Love. You can also look back at his games historically against the Detroit Lions. First game against them all the way back in September 2023. Got 246, so just missed it. And then the next 2, 268, 273. So he's had some big passing games historically against Detroit as well. So liking going to this spot. Extremely high scoring game expected in this one with the Packers as slight underdogs. Things should be close, high scoring, back and forth. So a good one for him as well. And if you guys want more picks in all sports from me, plus a bunch of other cappers, get in the Dynamo private Discord. This is what you're going to get in the private channels. You can see one of the cappers here posting just his favorite picks on the day. Hit all 5 of those picks. Then the very next day posted these, went 4 of 5, including hitting his college football slip. And then you could see the next day's his picks here. NBA picks for him hit for the second day in a row. All of his picks hit. and then the next day hit all 3 of his NBA picks again. Hasn't missed an NBA pick in 3 days, currently going on that streak. Another capper here posting just his 4 favorite NBA picks, hitting and tracking all 4 of his picks that hit. In my channel, currently hitting my NHL picks 3 days in a row, plus having some big games like just posting my 3 favorite NBA picks, hitting all 3, and then the next day posting 3 favorite college football and NBA and hitting all 6 of those picks. We've had some big wins in here. Private Discord members absolutely cashing out NFL, NBA, college football picks over here, and you could see big hit over here from a private Discord member just last Monday Night Football. So definitely get over there and check it out. It's less than $1 per day, or less than winning just a $5 3-pick slip on Prize Picks. So if we can help you do that, definitely going to be worth it to get over there. You guys saw the big hits and a look inside of some of our channels. So sign up down below. We'll see you over in the Discord. And you're definitely going to be on Parlay Play. They're going to give you $5 just for signing up to play with. Don't even have to deposit. 100% deposit match after that, because you're going to want to deposit because they have all these payout boost specials seemingly every day in all sports, including the NFL right here today. So check them out with the link down below, just like Prize Picks and Underdog, but ton of free money and promos all the time. So sign up over there, and we'll see you guys in the Discord.